Hey there guys, TMO73 here, bringing you the first deck profile of the day. This is for the Team Ogre Shion's castling list. This list was created based off the Italian Dark Shion list that was kind of floating around. Ipank modified it a little bit and used it to actually win his Nationals tournament. So that got him his paid invite to Worlds with this list. A very fun combo list. Pretty tricky to play, but a lot of fun if you can get it under control. So obviously Shion, we use her to be able to bring in our big creatures later, cheat them in, as well as being able to kind of stack your deck in a certain way easier. You can always look at that other card flipping over. We've talked about her before. She's got that cheated card into play when she flips over. She's got that really strong God's Art that helps you push for lethal. And then obviously her base stats are 9-10, and she can help you keep looking at cards off the top of your deck. Moving into the stone count, we want to take full advantage of Shion, so we run 4 of her Hymnal's Memoria. This card essentially becomes flip the stone, draw a card when you have Shion. For our splashing of other colors, we need the 4 Rulers Memoria. We run enough Regalia to make that work. And then 2 Black Moons Memoria. The moon is just so that we can get lifelink out with Lucifer, as well as having some additional dark sources is pretty important for some of our plays. So moving right into the monster count, the resonator count, we run the base kind of searchable kind of draw power is 4 Alice's Little Scout and 4 of the Messenger's Familiar. We play these early, we sacrifice them to Adombroli to be able to draw extra cards and search for extra 12 Apostles. Really, really good stuff. And then we run 3 Pricia, Conquering Overlord. I wish that we could have them be on the Valentina side in the deck, because then we could search for them, but we cannot. She is still a very, very strong card. A little bit stronger when you're running her with Reflect, but she's still really good, and most of the time, honestly, I'm playing her from hand as Valentina. As Valentina anyway, to be able to steal my opponent's creatures and permanently just take control. So there's those. Then we run 3 Hera, the Goddess of Jealousy for more draw power and Regalia hate. 3 Interdimensional Gil Lapis, Monarch Gil Lapis to be able to search out our 12 Apostles. He also can discard them to give himself pretty big effects, and then shifts over to be able to cheat your 12 Apostles into play, usually for a push for game. Really, really strong card. And there's a nasty little trick you can do with him that I'll explain when we get there. So, moving into the 12 Apostles package, we only run 5 of them, but we run 2 Adombroli. This is to help us with consistency, as well as be able to draw out some extra power. I would consider putting in a 3rd, or maybe a 3rd in the side, just because he's a really strong card. 1 Athena to be able to push for some lethal damage and having a burn spell to end the game. 1 Valentina for some more stealing your opponent's stuff. And a Behemoth for finishing the game off very, very fast. And he's the second part of the Conda combo that I'll go into later. And then, to wrap things up, we run our little standard cheat-in package, which is the 2 Celestial Wing Seraph and 2 Lucifer to cheat in with Shion the most often. These 2 cards combined together are very, very powerful, and are 2 more parts of that combo that I'll tell you about. Moving into the Regalia, we run, obviously, we want to make use of Shion as much as possible. So 4 Heavenly Instrument Hydromonica. This is so that we can put cards on the bottom of the deck, bring the cards to the top when we're ready to flip, grab our answer that we need right at that moment. And then 4 Levitine. This is so that we can get swiftness and make as many strong plays as possible with Shion early. And then 1 of a Horn of the Sacred Beast to be able to recycle our deck as options get lower and lower and the game drags on. Being able to recycle your deck and recombo out is really, really effective. Moving into the spells, we run a 1 of Space-Time Anomaly and a 1 of Black Moonbeam. These are just kind of our situational answers for when our Resonators and Shion can't get us there. And then, as the name of the deck implies, 3 Alice's Castling. So this card is phenomenal right now. So it has a lot of different options for a lot of different strong plays, but I'm only going to go over 1 and then encourage you guys to kind of experiment and see how you would use this card. So when it resolves, you take a card from your Resonator on your field, put it on the bottom of your deck, and put in a Resonator from your hand that has the same total cost, and then draw a card. So what we typically do, the most kind of powerful combo you can do with this is already having Celestial and Alice's Little Castling in your hand. you can play a Gil Lapis to search out a Behemoth, okay? Then, when you have the will available, you flip Gil Lapis into Gil Lapis, right? He cheats in a Behemoth into play, which gets to swing, and if it's not blocked, 1500. If it's blocked by a Resonator, your opponent still takes 1500. And then before it dies, at the end of the turn with Gil Lapis, use Alice's Castling, put it back down at the bottom of the deck to bring in your Celestial Wing Seraph, which will then trigger and get you your Lucifer. So you turned a flipped Gil Lapis into 1500 damage in the face, plus a 10/10, a 9/9, a drawn card, and they sacrifice a creature, and then you can just swing in with Gil Lapis for another 1000 damage. Yes, that's optimal. That's the optimal play, but I have done it before, and when it goes off, it's pretty much almost always game at that point. Very, very strong play. So there's lots of different options that you can play with this deck. I encourage you to try and find them all, maybe tweak it yourself and come up with your own interesting combos. But anyway, that is the deck. Huge thanks to Ipank for letting me show off the deck on the channel. And like, comment, and subscribe as always. And until next time, guys, this is DMO73 signing off.